Hi.
Hi.
How are you? My name is...
Crystal.
Okay.
Dressed awfully casual for a shrink.
I find that it helps me relate to people easier.
Doesn't bother me.
That's good. But it looks like something else is.
Do people normally just come in and tell you everything? Because you look like you're someone nice to talk to. You look like you're in my age range, like we would be friends or something.
Some people open up, others it takes a few sessions, but most people I find they just want to talk to someone totally unrelated to them about their life. But since this is your first session, why don't we start by you telling me more about your life?
Yeah. Okay. I'm 25, the eldest of 3. My parents got divorced 8 years ago. I've been in the middle of it for the last 15 years. I'm a server at a restaurant, even though I have 3 bachelor's degrees.
What are your degrees in?
Does it really matter? It's not like I'm using them. You know what the messed up part is? I make more money than my constituents that use their degree, a degree, in some facet. I don't have my weekends, but my weekdays are pretty free. I walk with cash and I can take random days off. And there's no such thing as job security anymore. You don't just work with a company for a couple years and get to retire. I know that the restaurant thing isn't going to work out long term, but for right now it's okay. Oh, and then there's student loans. It's pretty rad seeing tens of thousands of dollars of debt next to your name. I'd trade it all back in a heartbeat. You know why? It's because it's oversaturated. Like, I was told, forced even, to go to college. And now that everybody has a degree, well, what's it matter?
Seems like a point of tension for you.
Hell yeah, it's a tension point with me. You're a really good noticer.
What else is there?
Well, there's everything, which creates nothing.
Would you like to elaborate on that?
There's just so much stuff that I want to do. Like, I want to travel. And I could make a photography website or travel blog, but I know nothing about either of those. I know that I can't just quit my job. But then, at what point do you stop making excuses for yourself? Like, I wish I could be that person that just jumps on a plane or road trips, just leaves. Or maybe I could start like the next big music thing and write or draw or act. I don't know. It's just frustrating because I don't want to sound cocky, but I'm good at all of those things individually. And I wish I could just focus on one of those and I would excel. I just had to be good at everything.
Is that an expectation you put on yourself?
Is any expectation something you put on yourself? Or are they assumed responsibilities that you feel liable for to someone or something for some reason? Like, where do expectations come from? I just know that I have to do certain things. I have to be there for certain people. And for as long as I can remember, I've always been this way.
Has anything happened recently that's made you change the way you look at things?
Look, you're the first therapist, counselor, shrink, I don't know what to call you right now, that I've ever talked to. And I'm going to be straight up with you. I studied psychology in college, and I've tried to self-diagnose. I've read article after article, and nothing. It's just a monotonous load of repetitive bullshit. You know what? I'm sorry. I'm sorry for like whatever this was. Actually, I'm sorry. I'm fine. I'll be fine. I think that I should go.
Who are you trying to convince?
I don't need to convince anybody.
Look, you're safe here. I don't have any expectations of you. I don't know you. You don't know me. You don't owe me anything.
But I do. I owe you the time and energy of telling you what's going on inside my brain so that you can help me figure out, so that you can try to help me understand something. Because I just feel like I'm doing what I've done my entire life, band-aiding everything. I just feel like I'm 2 seconds away from breaking. I didn't realize how much it bothered me when people joke about stuff like they want to kill themselves, or they're depressed, or they feel anxious. Because everyone jokes about stuff like that. But to get to the point that you can't think clearly, that you like really think about killing yourself. I have moments where I'm completely fine. And then out of nowhere, I get frustrated and I feel helpless and mad. And I just sit down and cry. And in those moments, I want to kill myself. But I know it's not what I really want, because in moments of clarity, I can tell you everything that I want to do with my life. I just can't tell myself in the middle of a meltdown.
When was the last time that happened?
The suicidal thoughts. 2 days ago. But it's not like every time I have an episode gets like that. Sometimes I can pull myself out of it. Sometimes it takes hours. Sometimes it's days. It's just been happening a lot lately.
Are there any triggers you can think of?
Money, stress, relationships, life, the pressure to succeed. It's just the wrong stuff at the wrong time.
Have you reached out to friends, family?
I want to be around people, but I also want to be by myself. I don't want to be a bother to anyone. And my friends should know what I need and be that.
Have you tried communicating that to them? Maybe you haven't let them be there for you.
It's not a matter of letting them in. I've let them see me at my best and my worst. It's not a matter of holding anything over them. But it is. Best friends are supposed to know what you need to make things better. They're supposed to be there with their head on your shoulder when you're crying. They're supposed to read between the lines when you say that you're fine.
Yes, best friends are supposed to sign up for both the good and the bad and love you no matter what, but it's important that you tell them how you feel, even if you think you're being unreasonable. Why do you feel guilty?
Because you walk by a stranger on the street and he says, "Hi, how are you?" They don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to hear that last night you tried to kill yourself for the 4th time this month. They don't want to hear that because your parents have put you in the middle of every argument, that you don't know if you can have a normal or healthy relationship because it's easier to hop beds. It's easier to pull your pants down than hear I love you. And think about if you're going to end the same way that they did. They don't want to hear that you were raised Christian and you're starting to doubt God's existence and you feel like a terrible person. No. They want to hear, fine. How are you? Because if that stranger doesn't want to hear it for the first time, there's not anybody that wants to hear it for the 50th time. Everyone's going through something too. It's exhausting hearing, I'm sorry. Things are going to be better. Maybe. Maybe they will. But it's just this game of anxiety. You don't want to be around people, but you don't want to be a recluse. And then there's the fear of missing out. You don't want to be forgotten, and you don't want to be alone. So even if you do go out, you're on your phone the whole time, but you're fulfilling your obligation, so the people still know that you exist. But you end up being invisible anyways. Are you happy?
Sorry, I'm not following.
Like, are you, like, right now, like in your life, aside from small things, because there's always stuff that people don't like about themselves. Would you say that you're happy?
Generally speaking, yes. I'd say I am happy.
Why?
This isn't about me.
I know. I just want to hear from somebody that has their life a little bit more together than I do. What am I doing wrong?
It's not a matter of having it more together. It's definitely not about you doing something wrong.
But it is. There's some mornings that I don't have enough energy to get out of bed. That's not okay. I just miss feeling normal.
What is normal?
If you or someone you know is suffering from depression, please speak up and don't be afraid to get help. You are not alone.